Hi, my name is Derick Lynch, and this is my audition tape for Ghost Hunters New Generation. A little bit about me first. I am a Cal State Fullerton film major in Fullerton, California, right by Disneyland. I've been down here for a couple years. Next year I will be earning my BA degree in film. That will be in May 2010. This is my place that you see behind you. Originally I had planned to shoot it in an airport hangar looking studio with 2 cameras and everything, but fortunately that didn't work out, so now we're here in my little place. Not quite as interesting to look at, but you know, sometimes you gotta take what you can get. I guess while you're here you're wondering why I want to be a part of your show. I feel I could be an integral part of the new generation of ghost hunters simply because of what I like to call my hunger for the paranormal. And basically I've had this passion for the paranormal pretty much as long as I can remember. I remember being this young kid staying at my grandmother's house during the weekdays. I would get up promptly at 6:30 every morning to watch Sci-Fi Channel, and the #1 show that I loved watching was Sightings. And the reason why Sightings interested me so much is that it opened up my eyes to this whole new world of spiritual activity, of the afterlife, of the paranormal, and it's just this world that I never knew of, and I wanted to get involved in it. And unfortunately, you know, I didn't have the resources to do any of that, just being a young kid in the Bay Area. Fast forward the clock to a good 10 to 12 years, and I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, just starting college as a freshman, and I get tuned into Ghost Hunters during the 2nd season, and that's when I realized that not only is there a chance that there is paranormal activity out there, but I actually learned how to get out there. I learned that there's this whole scientific approach to it that I never known before, and you know, since then it has just been a fascination of mine. I just been wanting to get out there so bad. Fast forward the clock again to another 3 years. I'm gonna say up until just last year, you know, thanks to the wonderful technology of communications we have today, aka MySpace. I was able to stay in communication with a few professional paranormal investigators, one of them being Don Staggs of OC Pit, and OC Pit stands for Orange County Paranormal Investigations Team. And basically they are an investigation team similar to TAPS, based in the Anaheim, Fullerton area. And what they do is they just go out and, you know, they investigate the paranormal through scientific approach, you know. I stayed in contact with Don Staggs, who owns the company, and although there isn't any room in there for me to join the team, unfortunately, you know, I've stayed in contact with them regardless. And just recently we went to the Queen Mary, just last March, I want to say, and that was my first real paranormal investigation, and it just was fascinating to me. And you know, I learned all this stuff. Like, I learned how to work a tape recorder for EVP. I learned how to work the temperature gauge, the K2 meter. You know, I had my digital camera and I took a ton of pictures. I got a lot of interesting orbs. That was pretty much the extent of it. But the fact that I was just out there and getting involved was just fascinating to me. And you know, I even was able to explore the boiler room and the famous swim room, the pool room, I want to say, sorry. And I realized that while I was there, I was just so fascinated by it all that I was just completely unhindered by the fact that I was in this terrifying place. You know, I wanted to experience paranormal activity, and unfortunately I haven't. Hopefully, you know, something like that would change in the future. I would really love to get out there. It's just, like I want to say, it just boils down to a hunger, and I want it to be nourished. Do I consider myself an amateur? I want to say yes, but then again I want to say no, because when I think about the word amateur, I have this mental image in my head of someone who, you know, they have a video recorder and they go out and every weekend to abandoned buildings, and they, you know, they investigate for hours on end, and they come back with a handful of research. And while I do that, it's only to an extent. Pretty much, this is the extent of my equipment that I use. It's a PowerShot camera, Canon, and you know, besides this and a flashlight, that's all I really use. You know, besides and of course the EVP equipment that I learned from Don Staggs, which was pretty much just only that one time a couple months ago. Besides the Queen Mary trip, which was, like I said, back in March, I will go meet up with my friends out in Rancho Cucamonga, which is 30 minutes up north from me. And we go out, I say, every other weekend, maybe once a month usually. And we go to supposedly haunted locations around the area. And we just stay there for 5 minutes and we snap pictures and we get cool orbs. That's pretty much it. I guess I want to say that I fit into a new category, which I want to call the sorta amateur. I kind of like having my own category because I just don't really consider how much of an amateur. There's still so much I have to learn, and which is why I want to get involved with the show so badly, because I can learn so much from Tabs and from the great people there, and it would make a really interesting show because there is, like I said, there's just so much I have to learn. But one thing I do want to consider myself, though, is a skeptic, and that just is because I haven't had any real paranormal experiences yet. Haven't gone on enough investigations to have any paranormal experiences yet. So I guess I have to get out there more and just experience it, and eventually, you know, tie into my whole belief into the fact that there's an afterlife, and you know, I believe it's there. I just have yet to see it. I feel I can bring a lot to the new generation of ghost hunters, both on the technical side and personality-wise. On the technical side, you know, I've been working with production and cinematography for the past couple of years at Cal State Fullerton. I've worked with a lot of cameras. You know, I set this whole lighting thing up here today all by myself, which I'm proud of, even though I'm sure the wall behind me is whitewashed. But again, I've worked with a lot of cameras, from the HD camera, mini DV camera, the old teleprompter cameras of the 1980s, all the way down to like the old school 1940s RES film cameras. And you know, I've learned a lot from just working with those, and I can pick up on the technical side of things quickly. I picked up on, you know, I still memorized everything from the Queen Mary, you know, from, you know, the audio recorders and the temperature gauge and whatnot. I still know how to do that. So I feel that I could be a really good tech specialist, if anything, to the team. Personality-wise, I feel I can bring even more to the team. I'm a very laid-back guy. I love to travel, love to go with the flow. I don't mind speaking out if I feel the flow isn't going right. And also, you know, I'm very passionate about people. That's where I get my energy from. Just like I'm passionate about the paranormal. And to me, the paranormal means above the norm. And people who are above the norm go extra. These people are the ones that notice that there's something more out there than just what you see on television. And these are the people that go out of their way to help others, from opening a door to donating to charity or feeding a homeless person. And these are the people that, you know, they realize the concept of Tikkun Olam. I own a MySpace page about this concept, and basically what it means is repairing the world one act of kindness at a time. And it's something I've been very, very, very passionate about for this past year, and it follows me on my day-to-day life. I try to bring as much joy and, you know, as much positivity to people as I possibly can. You know, what I lack in having time to actually donate to people, I donate through just positive energy alone. I like to make the best out of a situation, regardless how serious it is. I like to bring, you know, some wit and some charm to it, just to make people smile. And there's something about the paranormal group that brings out these people because they understand that there's something more out to it, because they've experienced it, and now they want to go out and help people and help them realize that there is more to life than just being, just looking out for yourself. Of course, when you go out on an investigation, it is serious business. Contrary to popular belief, I don't believe you should go out there goofing off or anything like that. But when I'm out there, investigating, especially with a team that I could potentially be considered family, traveling out with them, I know that I'll be looking out for them, and I'll just put a smile on their face and bring as much joy as I can, regardless of if we're in an abandoned building or we're just chilling out in a hotel somewhere. And I know this is something that I would be definitely willing to donate to the Ghost Hunters franchise. I wish you great success in the show. I hope you have a great week, great weekend, and goodbye.